My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey folks, welcome back. Today, zooming in from Las Vegas, Nevada, we have a very accomplished real estate investor. Justin Freishtat has been doing real estate deals for quite some time, and he works on big deals. You know, some of us think that $1 million deal, $10 million deal, $20 million deals, those are big deals, and they are. But Justin works on billion-dollar deals. In fact, he's working on a deal right now. I think it's in the range of $4 billion. So Justin, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I'm excited to dive into this.
Well, I pumped your tires pretty hard there, my friend. So $4 billion deal. Are you taking that down solo, or are you part of a group that's involved in this?
Oh, I mean, deals at this level, there's a lot of moving pieces, lots of partners, lots of debt, lots of equity. It takes a whole lot to put something like this together.
Perfect. So let's zoom out for a second, Justin. Maybe tell us a little bit about your company, what you guys do, what you focus on, what your secret sauce is. So let's just focus on your specialty.
Yeah, so it's called Pitch Equity Fund. It's a customizable fund, which means we do several things. So it's essentially a private equity real estate hedged fund, which is interesting. You don't see a lot of that. And we put all of our deals together in either debt structures for people that want, fixed monthly cash flow, predictable, less risk in the capital stack. And then, of course, the traditional, what you'll see is, SPVs investing on the equity side of these deals. So we kind of structure the fund so that way we can tailor it more to, what the limited partner wants to get out of the investment.
Okay, cool. So give us an idea of the kind of deals you've got in the fund, just to kind of get our head around that. What's kind of in your buy box?
So Scott Boroff is the founder, my partner. This guy does not asset discriminate. So riding around with him could be, we're looking at a resort, a hotel, a golf course. Next thing you know, we're at a truck stop, and could be big multifamily development or a lot of horizontal land development, like the project in Chattanooga, the Bend. That one's north of $4 billion in total economic development. Right now, we're in the horizontal phase, which is in the hundreds of millions.
Wow, very, very cool. So where do you guys fit in there? Are you just raising the capital for these deals? Are you finding the opportunities? Are you focused more on the money side and then just really connecting with operators and know what the hell they're doing? Where do you guys fit in?
Yeah, so that's, I think, what's been different about my journey with this. I've had a lot of funds, different structures. It's always about putting people together. I've never done one by myself. It's all about how do we leverage people that are the best at what they do to collectively do something bigger as a whole. So
right.
In this case, Scott did $1 billion on Wall Street as an investment banker before going private, 22 exits. He's taken companies public. He's done so much in the finance world that the private side, his connections at banks and mostly in the communities in New York and Tennessee, that's how we get into these unicorn deals where, the state of Tennessee has given us over $100 million in tax incremental financing from the taxpayers to fund a big portion of the project. So it's someone who's really great at relationship sourcing the deals. And we've got a great CFO and underwriting team. We look at a couple hundred deals a month. And then you have me. I run the fund. I cultivate our relationships, all the investor relations and capital raising side of things.
Very cool. So you've been in the investor relations, capital raising side of things for quite some time. Tell me a little bit about, if there are any differences between what you were doing before and what you guys are doing with the fund right now.
Yeah, so my background is not in this world at all. I was in the organic food space for over a decade, and during that time, I was giving
You're a healthy-looking guy, man. That explains. There you go.
Yeah, health's really important to me. It's definitely the first passion, but I was taking profits from that business, and I started investing in my own real estate, single families, condos, townhouses, and then from there, it was, okay, there's these big real estate syndicators, people doing bigger projects, and I started investing as a limited partner. So my journey in investing was being on the outside, kind of learning the game, giving my money to, really high quality operators. And then when we exited the food business and I had to figure out what I was going to do next, I was like, this is the world I want to be in. I want to take all the skill sets that made this first business great and go partner with people with a ton of experience in the investment world and just bring my sauce to, their secret sauce. And I think that's one of the keys to my success is I didn't try to go do all the things that most founders will do and do everything at the ground level. It was like, how do I just take something that's already amazing and just add my skill set to it?
Hey there, if you're a capital raiser, a syndicator, or a fund manager, and you're looking for a steady flow of incoming accredited investor leads, then go ahead, grab a free copy of my new book, How to Get 20 Accredited Investor Meetings Every Month Without Cold Calling, Networking, or Chasing People. You can get that at 20accreditedinvestorsbook.com. Again, that's the number 20accreditedinvestorsbook.com. So from being a founder yourself in a completely different industry, like apples and oranges, definitely there, to doing this, what are the main skills that you brought over to this new activity of capital raising and managing the fund?
It's relationships, it's sales. At the end of the day, I started knocking doors. I sold $20 million door to door, and at an average of $5,000 ticket, right? And you can only do so much in that vehicle. You max that out, and then it's okay. I'm looking at how do I, get a lot more out of the same effort, right? You go into raising capital. To me, is the ultimate sales position. With the minimums at 100K or 250, depending on the fund, I could do more revenue in a day from my laptop than what I could do 6 months to a year out in the field knocking doors, right? It's just I like to call myself a lazy workaholic. I'm looking to not necessarily work less, but I need to get the most out of my effort.
So these days, Justin, a lot of folks especially in the multifamily space, are having a hard time raising capital because, a lot of deals went south for a lot of people. A lot of LPs got burned, cash calls, deals going under, yada, yada. What are you finding works best for you for raising private capital in 2025, 2026?
Communities and personal brand. It's by far the most advantageous thing, right? So I have never run an ad. I've never spent $1 on lead generation, and I've raised almost $20 million off of my Instagram. So the way you do that is you build a big brand, right? We have a social media marketing business too. So we've built over 5,000 brands. So I do have a strategic advantage. I know how to do this. I can do it for other people too. Yeah. But it's most people will start a podcast, right? That's not what I did. It's okay. Who's already built a big podcast that I can leverage, that wants to leverage my brand, where I can get on their shows and hundreds of thousands of people can meet me in long form. And then the short form comes out on both of our brands. Now we're trading attention because I've got a big brand, you got a big brand. And then it's okay, well, what else do you do? Do you have in-person events? Like when you get on these shows, right? Like there's things that you and I could work on together. Who knows, right? Maybe you have a community, maybe I do. And we leverage these relationships to turn the lead generation model upside down and have it all come to you. So I answer my DMs, I answer my email, I answer my phone. That's how I raise money. Or I'm speaking on a stage, or I'm in a room, and creating that inbound lead effect.
Very cool. I love that. So when you're on stage, what are you speaking about? Like, do you have a talk that you give? Or is it kind of more just talking about the fund? What's your topic when you're speaking on stage?
It really depends on the audience. Yeah. Is this an infinite banking life insurance group? Is this a real estate group? Is it I'll speak in front of sales teams. So some of the
say it's not a real estate focused group that you're speaking in front of. What would your talk be about, Justin?
Usually it's my story is what I start with. I'm not very structured when I speak. A lot of times I won't plan at all, just go. So, but it depends. If for the investment side of things, I don't try to talk too much about the deals and the returns. Like what sells is helping people be a good investor. Like I want to take all the mistakes that I've made and all the knowledge that I have now from going through a lot of bad investments and educate the audience on how to protect themselves if they're going into this private placement world, because it is brutal out here. I mean, it's the high, just like all things in life, the highest risk comes with, the highest failure rate as well.
With the highest risk. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I go through. And I'm like, here's something that happened to me. I get real vulnerable. I tell my story. Like, here's how I lost 12 million in a fund. This is what could have prevented it. Like this is the due diligence you can do to avoid making the mistakes that I made. And you can earn a lot of trust that way,
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, I used to think you got to have a perfect track record and all this. But then what I realized is all the people that are bigger than me and more successful have bigger losses than me.
Mm.
So it's like now if somebody says they don't have any losses, like I don't trust you.
Especially in today's day and age, for crying out loud. Yeah. Really, really cool. I love how that's, it's counterintuitive, but it makes so much sense. And there's so many bullshit artists out there just trying to peddle that their life is, they got the Instagram perfect life and nothing's ever gone wrong. It doesn't land anymore. So Justin, you talked about Instagram being like your favorite place online. Why is that? Explain that to an old dinosaur like me that really does basically nothing on Instagram. Why do you like that so much as a social media platform?
The reality of it is they're all good, right? All the platforms are great. You got to figure out what type of content do you like to create. If you're great with copy and you like writing, you'll do great on LinkedIn, But this idea that like all the business owners are on LinkedIn, all the models are on IG, it's like, it's not true. That's
why you're at Instagram. It's for the models, isn't it?
That's it. That's definitely part of it. But no, it's just like I thought it was the platform I enjoyed the most. And if you don't enjoy creating, if you don't do it all day every day, then it's not going to work. So I went all in on Instagram because it's not just the capital raising business. We've got a social media marketing business. I've got my hands in a lot of things. I'm on the board of a publicly traded company. So there's a lot of things that make Instagram great because it's video, it's pictures, and you can build it. It literally is the digital business card now, where most people go to look and see, what's your following, what type of engagement do you have, and it's just worked really well for me. But I know a lot of people who crush it on Facebook and or TikTok. Like I don't think you should discriminate on the platform, but you should pick the one that you like to operate on the most and go all in on it.
Yeah, pick one and dive deep into that one. Don't try to be everything on all the different platforms.
Yeah, obviously more is better. Post on all of them if you can, or if you have the capacity to invest in it and put a team in place.
Yeah. So when it comes to your Instagram stuff, you say you're posting all the time. How often are you posting, and how much time do you spend on this content creation? And it is primarily video or pictures or both?
Primarily video, and it's coming from podcasts or stage speaking, right? Where I spend like no time doing it. It's just the raw footage goes off to the editing team we have. They chop it up, they post it. The only thing that I spend my time on is stories, right? And that's a daily practice. And here's why. When you're getting story views, the bubbles go to the front, right? So if somebody likes your stories or they're watching it a lot, Instagram's going to prioritize you at the front. Now, the second you take a day off and you don't post a story, you're no longer at the front, and that person someone else gets the attention. They start liking that. All of a sudden, you're falling behind in the story, right? So you're buying goodwill with people where if they look at your content and they're in your stories every day, you're front of mind every day. And over time, this is how people monetize. There are people who will buy something in our marketing business today, or they'll invest capital that started following me 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. So it's a long game, and everyone's trying to get a result instantly. And you got to be everywhere so that you can make a sale when that person's motivated to be in the market and do.
When they're ready, not when you're ready. When they're ready, right? That's the old trick. Smart, Justin. This is fascinating stuff. If people want to connect with you, find out more about what you guys are up to, where should they go?
I mean, my bias is Instagram, but yeah, I'm on every social media. It's at Justin Freishtat, and it's a tough last name, so there's only one of me when you search it. It's Freishtat.
Awesome, Justin. Well, hey, thanks so much for being on the show and sharing some insights and what you're up to. And I love how you explained how you do social media. It makes a ton of sense. All right,
my pleasure.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewsyou.com.